It's amazing. It's like some things change and a few things can stay the same, which is nice. So this is the park, and I'm not even sure the official name of this park. We used to call it Triangle Park. That may be a name. But it was 1992, I believe, and where this building is, there was a bar called CC Slaughters. And the owner of CC Slaughters and other people in the community came to me with this idea that we could create a transformation in this park and create a memorial to people with AIDS. It's a shape of the triangle, and at the time that building wasn't there. There was CC Slaughters, the bar, and they had a huge parking lot. And the idea was to take bricks that were surplus from placing in downtown in the Westlake Center, put them on the sidewalks here and all along 15th. And you could actually have a brick with the name of your loved one or the name of yourself or as someone who had been impacted by AIDS. And there would be some kind of sculpture in the middle. This used to be more flat than it is now. It's kind of a raised planting bed. But this was going to be a memorial park. And it was an idea that came to fruition like right in the heart and in the middle of the AIDS epidemic. Emotions were high, emotions were raw, and we were looking for ways to process the emotion and the impact. And I thought this would be a great project to have, and something that we could have here that was going to be a permanent fixture in place so that we can remember as a community how it impacted us, the loved ones who died, and how the community came to respond to the crisis. So we can walk up here a bit. You can see it's really a beautiful area. It's the idea was that you would be able to stroll along the path, look for names. There would be some artwork in the middle that you could look at, and the idea would be that there would be some permanent fixtures, but then the artwork could change. Well, this is public land, and so this is all of this sidewalk. This may not be an official park, but this is all publicly owned land. The sidewalk is public. The middle is public. These trees are public trees. And so if we can walk up to the end, see right now the street is incorporated as part of the building, but back in 1991-92, 15th Avenue here, this was a solid street that went through. And so this was all owned by the city of Seattle. And so it would have been an easy transition, getting permission from the city. And since I was on the city council, that was part of my job of getting permission from the city, working with the council and the mayor's office back then, and having a community process where we could transform this into what we were calling the AIDS Memorial Park. But what I'm really pleased about is the AIDS Memorial Pathway Project is going to incorporate so many of the good ideas that the citizens came up with back in 1992. There's going to be sculpture. There's going to be a space where artists could be invited in on an annual basis to display their work that commemorated or in some way acknowledged the time that we went through during the AIDS crisis. And it's going to be something that's permanent. And that was the main thing, was to create something permanent here in Seattle that generations in the future could come and learn about the history of what happened and how we dealt with it here.